The International Monetary Fund has warned that 40% of all jobs around the world will be impacted by AI.
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 AI. Artificial intelligence is replacing human tasks faster than you might think.
For the past 5 years, I've made a living scripting and producing videos for some of the biggest YouTube channels. The videos I've worked on have gotten over 60 million views, and I did all of that without using a single AI tool. As a writer, I hated LLMs, so I completely ignored them. Until a couple months ago when a developer asked me if I'll test his new AI scriptwriting tool. Basically, he wanted to pay me to train the thing that would replace me. I wanted to say no, to tell him to but for some reason, I said yes. And in under a minute, the tool spat out a good script. Sure, it wasn't perfect, but it was halfway there in less than 60 seconds. That's when it hit me. AI isn't coming, it's already here, and we can no longer avoid it. So I tested every major AI tool for YouTube, from ideation to scripting, research, thumbnails, editing, and post-production, to see which of them can help you make better videos in less time. My ideation process is pretty simple. Since my videos are made for business owners, not just content creators, it all starts with one question. What's the biggest problem my ideal client is facing right now? The best way to find that out is to just talk to your existing clients. Ask them what they're struggling with the most, why they choose you, and what transformation they're hoping to get from working with you. But if you're just starting out and you don't have a ton of clients ready to give you these valuable insights, that's where AI can help level the playing field. Before I launched this channel, I used ChatGPT to help me figure out my client persona. I just gave it a basic outline of who my ideal clients are and what kind of services I want to offer them. With that, it built a detailed persona that would have taken me hours to research and put together on my own. And honestly, I don't feel bad using AI for these kinds of tasks. It's not a job I would have outsourced to a freelancer anyway, and it's one of those boring but important tasks that no one really wants to do. In the words of Joanna, I want AI to do my laundry and dishes so that I can do my art and writing. Not for AI to do my art and writing so that I can do my laundry and dishes. ChatGPT is great for when you're just starting out, but if you've already made a few videos tailored to your target audience, then Subscriber AI becomes the better option. Out of all the tools I tested that promised crazy results, Subscriber was one of the few that actually delivered. It's primarily a tool to help you write scripts, but it also helps with ideation. Basically, all you need to do is to connect your YouTube channel directly, and it will automatically analyze all your content and give you a detailed persona. Here's the persona I created using ChatGPT before launching the channel, and here's the one Subscriber gave me after analyzing my first few videos. Comment A or B and let me know which one feels more like you. Once I've gathered a list of these video ideas, I validate them using a tool called 1 of 10. So technically it's not an AI tool, but it's so good that I just had to include it in this video. It basically shows you outliers, which is videos that performed way better than the creator's last 10 uploads. If a video gets 2 or 3 times the views, that means the algorithm liked it and there's something worth studying. So instead of guessing what might work, you're now basing your idea on real data of other proven videos on the platform. I use 1 of 10 to check what topics are doing well in my niche right now, and also what formats are doing well outside of my niche. By combining a topic that's doing well in your niche with a format that's blowing up outside of it, you're able to create something unique and creative that makes you stand out from the sea of similar videos out there. And 1 of 10 helps with more than just ideas. It can also help you find packaging to give you inspiration for your own videos. If I find a thumbnail style or a title formula that's clearly working, I save it into a bookmark folder. So by the time I'm ready to make my own, I've already got a swipe file of proven concepts that I can build off of. Once ideation is done, the next step is to package the video. After testing Pixels AI, the most popular AI thumbnail maker right now, I came to a pretty quick conclusion that it's better to just let my thumbnail designer do it. I pay around $40 per thumbnail and the quality is really high and the turnaround is pretty fast. But more importantly, I get something no AI tool has been able to give me so far: creative freedom. If you're running a faceless channel doing video essays or MrBeast style challenge content, then maybe Pixels will work for you. Those thumbnails don't really rely on realism or personal identity. They are meant to be loud, exaggerated, and attention grabby, so being in that uncanny valley doesn't really matter. But for creator-led channels like mine, Pixels just isn't there yet. You can't even upload a real photo of yourself unless you make an AI avatar or do a face swap with someone else's thumbnail, which honestly made me quite uncomfortable. There's already a very real problem with plagiarism on YouTube, and this is only going to make things much worse. Also, thumbnails to me are still an art form. If creators like Daniel Daly and Life of Riza and Gox Arts never challenged our notion of what a good thumbnail could be, we would have never gotten this new wave of thumbnail styles. And I'm not saying every single thumbnail needs to be a cinematic masterpiece coined from the loins of originality. Far from it. All I'm saying is if you can afford it, then getting a thumbnail designer is honestly the best investment. It's a small upfront cost for incredible returns. I'll also encourage you to learn how to research great thumbnails on your own. It's too important to completely delegate, especially when you're just starting out. So the way I create thumbnails is I use 1 of 10 to collect the thumbnail styles that are clearly working in the algorithm. Once you find a thumbnail you like, you can simply click on this button right here to show you similar thumbnails from other outliers. I save the ones that resonate and use them to create a design brief that I send to my designer to have the thumbnails done. It's fast, it's intentional, and it doesn't directly steal from anyone's work or encourage the use of deepfakes. Once the packaging is done, the next step is to actually script the video. I used Subscriber AI while making this video, and although I didn't use it to write the final script, I realized something surprising. The real value of the tool isn't in the writing, it's in everything it helps you do before you even start. So first, it analyzes your channel to understand your voice and persona. Then it walks you through the entire process that goes into writing a script. It asks you what your video is about, what's the one message your audience needs to walk away with. Then it lets you choose a storytelling framework. You can go with the hero's journey, a challenge arc, problem agitation solution, or even mix multiple together. And for each one, it shows you exactly how that structure would work within the context of your video. That kind of clarity can save you a lot of time and guesswork. It also allows you to test out different ideas without having to fully rewrite your script. With this video, for example, I thought I wanted to do a hero's journey, but after looking at the different storytelling frameworks, I realized that problem agitation solution would be better, and that's what I went with. If I was doing it all by myself, I would have probably written halfway through, realized I needed to change the framework, and have to start the script all over again. Trust me, I've done it multiple times. After picking the framework, you pick the title. It even suggests different thumbnail ideas, and honestly, some of them were pretty solid. Then, it helps you lock in the hook and define the payoffs throughout the video. All of that happens before you ever write a single word. As I was going through it, I could tell whoever built this has definitely written a ton of YouTube scripts, because it's not just focused on the final product. It's designed to help you avoid the worst parts of the creative process, staring at a blank page. Once you've got the hook and the framework locked in, sometimes that's all you need. If you're good at speaking on camera, you could probably just get a few bullet points down and riff from there. But even if you do want to write a full script, you're already halfway there. Now you can focus on writing the words you actually want to say. I didn't use Subscriber to write this script. First, because, well, I love writing. And second, because this is a personal story. It's not a research topic I can just plug into the prompt. To get it right, I would have to feed the tool a full breakdown of my experience with all the different AI tools. And at that point, I might as well just write the script myself. That said though, the hook he gave me was a great jumping off point. I didn't use it verbatim, but I was able to adapt it into the version that you saw at the beginning of this video. And that's what makes tools like this super useful for artists. You don't need art to express your thoughts. You just need something to bounce off of. Right now, a basic plan on Subscriber costs around $20 a month, which is definitely worth it. But if you're like me and you already use ChatGPT and you don't want to pay for yet another subscription, I built something for you. It's a custom GPT that works directly inside ChatGPT. Just click the link that you're sent after you make the purchase and it will be added straight to your ChatGPT account, no extra subscription required. From there, ChatGPT will guide you through every stage of your script, delivering a high quality first draft you can easily refine by chatting back and forth. Right now, it's available for a one-time price of just $15, which is less than a month of Subscriber. And for that, you'll get free updates for life as I keep improving it based on real-world feedback. If you want to grab it, just click the first link in the description. I know that in creative work, speed isn't everything, but when you're working on social media where everything moves fast, speed definitely helps. When it's time to write the outro script, I just use ChatGPT like a writing assistant. So basically what I do is I do a full brain dump, not even editing the typos or grammar or anything like that. I just close my eyes and write everything that's in my head. Then I send that messy draft to ChatGPT and let it do the manual label. It cleans up the spelling, fixes the syntax, and smooths out the grammar. When I'm stuck on a particular section or I need a metaphor to express a specific point, I talk to it like I would a junior writer. I've never been in a writer's room, but honestly, it kind of feels like that's the vibe it'll have, where we're all just bouncing off of each other's ideas to create something unique and amazing. Once the scripting is done, I move on to editing. I recently made a video about how to make YouTube videos as fast as possible, and in it, I talked about something that most creators already know. The longest and most tedious part of making videos is the editing, and if you've ever edited anything before, you know that the least creative part of the entire process is cutting down the A-roll. When you're filming, you'll often have multiple takes, moments where you mess up your words, forget what you wanted to say, or just mumble through something. Cutting all of that out, at least for me, isn't really a creative process, it's just manual labor. So when I found an AI tool that promised to eliminate that part entirely, I was curious. I tried a bunch of options, Descript, Firecut from Ali Abdaal, but the one that I felt was the best and I kept coming back to was Gling AI. It costs just $20 a month and it's incredibly easy to use. You drop in your raw footage and in just a few clicks, Gling automatically cuts out the bad takes, removes filler words and awkward silences, cleans up your audio, and even adds zooms to make your jump cuts look smoother. It's not perfect, but honestly, it gets you about 80% of the way there, and the last 20% is so much easier because you can use a text-based editor that will let you cut the video as if you're editing a Word document. So what used to take me an hour just cutting up the A-roll now takes me less than 5 minutes. And when you're done, you can export your cut as a project file directly into Premiere Pro, Final Cut, or DaVinci Resolve, and all your edits are preserved. That means you can go in and do stuff like fine-tune your pacing, add J and L cuts, or layer in your other creative elements. In my opinion, this is honestly the best AI tool for YouTube right now. If you don't try anything else, try this one because it doesn't touch the parts of editing that actually require creativity, like adding B-roll, animations, music, or sound design. All it does is take care of that painful first pass that most people don't want to deal with anyway. Even if you already have a video editor, getting this tool for them can help you guys produce more content faster without sacrificing anything. Gling works great because it can fix both your video and audio at the same time. But if you don't want to pay for it and you just need something to clean up your audio, then there's a completely free AI tool that can help. It's called Adobe Podcast AI. Here's how my voice sounds using the mic that is directly connected to my camera that is around 6 feet away from me right now.
And here's how it sounds after I run it through Adobe Podcast. The difference is insane.
Tools like this are lowering the barrier to entry for creators. You no longer need a fancy mic or a treated YouTube studio anymore. What you do need though is to make short form content, or at least that's what everyone says. I know I should be making shorts on this channel, but between working a day job and spending my free time on these long form videos, I just don't have the extra hours to cut and edit short form content too. That's why I started looking into AI tools that claim to turn long videos into viral shorts with just a few clicks. The most popular one is Opus Clip, but I also tested Captions AI, and honestly, I don't think they're for me. They don't always pick the right moments from the video. The captions are often clunky and need fixing. It's not the one-click magic I was hoping for. For every automated clip they generate, I still ended up tweaking things manually to a point where it's almost easier to just cut it myself. That said, I do think these tools have a place. If you're making podcasts or long interviews where you can get 10 or 20 usable clips per episode, this could absolutely save you time. But if you're a solo creator making tightly written and edited content like mine, I think it's safe to skip this one. The truth is, AI is getting faster, smarter, and more accessible. It can write scripts, design thumbnails, clean up your audio, edit your videos. But what it still can't do is care. It can't fake emotional pain points that make you relatable to your viewers. It can't create inside jokes that only people in the community would find funny. A machine would never understand why I spend hours trying to find the perfect music, or why I just paused that music, why I spent nearly 3 hours editing the first minute of this video, or why I stay up late depending whether or not to even make a cinematic intro in the first place. The tool simply picks whatever is faster or more optimal. But as an artist, you must remember that not everything is about efficiency. My best performing video on this channel was my least efficient. I basically had to make 2 videos to post one. It was also messy, personal, and human. But that's exactly what you want to protect. That's how you stand out in a sea of AI slop that's out there. So no, this video wasn't a love letter to AI. It's a map for those who are apprehensive, to help you navigate the right tools that can help you without losing yourself. Because if AI really is going to replace us, the least we can do is go down fighting. With voice, with taste, with soul. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by hitting the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.